We just got back from tubing through hell.
Yeah, we went through the whole Styx.
Well, technically, I hit a warp pipe, but yeah.
But it wasn't like a green pipe like Mario Brothers.
It was like a warp pool.
Warp pool, and then I immediately thought of something else. So anyways, what we're talking about is Let's Game Ottawa 105. So that's 105 weeks. We've been doing this for a long time. We didn't mention it before, but yeah.
We have been doing this for
2 years. Over 2 years now, and we've missed a few weeks, unfortunately, because stuff came up, but we sort of talked about the game, and we missed, last few weeks has been a little bit harder for sure.
It's very hectic.
Yeah, especially with Midway Smash, people, the posters don't make themselves, and people don't really see that, the behind-the-scenes stuff. So yeah, that's a lot of work, but it's great because a lot more people are showing up to each event. But anyways, so what game were we talking about here? Toobin, and yeah, that was an arcade game, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it came out, I thought it was 82. I'm like, wow, these graphics are amazing. I'm like, they look so much better than everything else. And it actually came out in 88, but I think it doesn't look dated. That's what I realized. For pixel graphics, it looks, to me, it looks timeless. It looks classic,
vintage.
Yeah, it's vintage, and the game's still fun. It's got a really good concept. It's easy to play. You just figure out the controls within 10 seconds or something, and it doesn't end though. We found that out the hard way.
That doesn't end.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thankfully didn't discover this 15 minutes in or 20 30 minutes in.
It's a short game though. If you get to the beach, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to go down the river from the start to the end beach, but then you go through all these different places, right? What places?
Well, it starts out simple.
Yeah.
The ravine, a river, but then Colorado, but then it changes to Mars.
Yeah, with the red blood.
Yeah.
Water, which was weird.
Actually, hell, but we didn't go there.
I don't think they. Yeah, I think they tried to avoid calling it hell.
Yeah.
Because it's an arcade game, right? So.
And then there's a nightmare realm that we entered.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I thought was really well. Yeah, and they have Freddy Krueger or Jason. That's it. I always forget his name lately. Yeah. So his arm is sticking out with a knife from the water, and it's got the creepy killing music. And
I think you're not talking about Norman Bates.
Yeah. Well, it was sort of like that. But it's kind of crazy because there were fly fishermen, and they would cast their fly fishing gear and try and hook you, and you're in a tube, and it's who does that? I've heard of that happening by accident, but this guy's they're fishing in. I
personally think there were reincarnations of wizards who were just
and there were wizards
and just fling fireballs at tubers.
And there was a hippopotamus alien thing.
A dildopotamus.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks so weird. I just decided to call it a dildopotamus.
It just didn't look like a hippopotamus. It sort of did from 2/3 of it, but then the face is
Dildopotamus Prime.
And what else? I can't even remember all the weird stuff. Dragons in the water that reached out.
Fires. We were going to Mars. It was the rivers were boiling red with blood. I could have sworn there were dogs and cats living together there, but I think those were Martians. It was mass hysteria.
Yeah, and what else? I can't even remember all the stuff that was in the water. There would be floating cans that you're supposed to pick up and throw at each other.
Yeah,
and
but they don't do jack and shit.
They slow down your friend, player 2, but
ting, ting, ting.
Yeah, you have to hit them square on, and then you'd bump into the back of your buddy, and it sounds like a really aggressive game. I guess it is, because I was thinking, if this was in real life, this is pretty morbid. I mean...
you have people killing each other, throwing shit at each other.
What else was there?
Trying to kill you. You go to hell. We should bring.
There was a green puddle in the middle of the water. I'm like, what did that?
Knowing
radioactive water.
Knowing generic cartoons, it'd probably be something like nuclear sludge.
Yeah. Maybe that was it. I thought it was a boss battle, so I'm like, oh no.
No, I think the boss battle was it was when we were fighting that alligator, and it had that intense music going, no.
Yeah, it was chasing me and it killed me.
Yeah. Oh, you know
That's
what would
not-
be awesome?
You couldn't even get away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So. Oh man, I wish I could remember everything. I remembered at the beginning, like everything that comes and tries to attack you, but
There was that one part where we were like, if one of us was dead, the other one can essentially just speed the entire level through. It's like,
yeah.
So-
I think it's hilarious because your guy's like, I can't even do it like. I don't do it like it's like you're on speed or something. And
yeah.
your guy's like frantically trying to get away from the crocodile, the bait fisherman, and
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it doesn't have that Kirby style gameplay where
no.
the guy behind just automatically teleports to you.
Yeah, no. I think that's something that happened like years later after 1988. Back then, it was like, you don't swim, you don't get out alive.
No one gets alive, Charlie Brown.
But I think it was a good game. I thought there was a sequel, but I guess there wasn't.
Toobin 2.
Yeah, I was thinking there was a Toobin 2, like Marble Madness, but apparently not.
Toobin 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I'm surprised because Midway's bringing back, or at least Midway slash Williams and other companies were bringing back games and redoing them. At least Hasbro was. They brought back Pac-Man and redid it and like other games, but I guess the money wasn't there, so they stopped doing it.
I think, yeah.
Surprised
the
they didn't
time
bring
of the
this game
retro
back.
Games is, like, done and over with.
Well, I think like bringing them back, like what is there to improve on these games? They're designed so well in their simplicity that if you make them complicated, they wouldn't work. I think, if you had like turbo rockets or something, or like power ups like that, it just wouldn't work as a game anymore. It'd just be. But if you look back at like Pong and when they brought that game back, I think they did a good job at the different levels being so radically different. Like that was the only example I think of a game that's like 30 years old or more, and they brought it back and made
Pong
it
was
even
the first
better.
game ever made, essentially.
Oh, that wasn't like math and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like on like a little tube.
Mm-hmm. But
You remember Space War?
Yeah, I vaguely remember. I remember reading about it, but yeah, this game was really fun. I mean, it was fun for like the 20 minutes you play. I don't see myself wanting to go back unless I played for like 5 minutes, but
yeah.
it was huge,
It's
like
definitely
in the
one of
arcades.
those, it's one of those games that you just kind of slog through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think it's a game that you would like rush. Like, oh, it's not like Metal Gear Solid. Like Metal Gear Solid 5 came out, I think today or yesterday.
Came out, yeah.
Was it
came out,
yesterday?
Like, September 1st, yeah.
Yeah, so it was
What
yesterday.
heavens
And
did
I've heard it's
that?
really, really good, but I mean, people wouldn't rush out to play Toobin, I think, at least
Yeah.
for a console version. Like the context in the arcades, I think people would go play it because it's sort of fun
And
for 5 minutes.
competitive.
Yeah, like
For 5 minutes. I mean, the game was made to just... Arcade games are
Pick
made
up and
to
play.
eat quarters. I mean, that's
Yeah.
why the levels are short, because no one would ever assume you'd make it past level, let's say,
and it's for
2 or
kids.
3.
Like back then, you got to take it in context. Like a lot of the games from like probably the late 70s,
They would have,
late
like, short
80s were
attention
kids. Yeah,
spans.
exactly. So, but
I mean, and then we have games that go on forever. Like you have Donkey Kong, which is like they have kill screens.
yeah,
If you reach a certain height of points, the game actually just kills you.
yeah.
It's like, nope, you can't get any more points. Like, it's to the point where people are like playing in the arcade. It's like, hey, there's a Donkey Kong kill screen coming up, guys. And apparently the guy who was doing that was he was one of the 2 guys in the King of Kong.
Oh yeah. And then they tried to base the character in pixels. What's his name?
God.
Yeah, off of him. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
was he Peter Dinklage?
yes.
Oh.
It was based off that guy. I never saw that documentary, by the way. I wanted to, but maybe we should wrap things up. Because it
Yeah,
looks like people are
'cause-
trying to get in and going by. Actually, you didn't. I don't think you heard them.
I
And
did.
then someone peered in through the window, like, "Oh my God, we can't go in there. Someone's recording."
Oh my God, yeah.
They're famous.
Plus, we're bringing up pixels, and I think
That's
that should
the
be
end
another
all
story
be
for
all.
another day.
Yeah.
One day
die
we'll
another
just
day.
have to just sit down and watch pixels, and that'll be our Let's Game Ottawa.
I've actually watched it, and wow,
I've watched a review of it. Is it that bad?
the best part are in the trailers. If there were no video game characters, there would be no movie.
Yeah.
Everything else could be cut from the movie,
Yeah.
even his girlfriend because she was kind of lame. But anyways, I think we should wrap it up.
Yep.
We'll see you guys next week, guys.
See you next
Keep on
week.
gaming.
And be
Take
sure
care.
to update your
And we're at
apples.
Ottawa U. We forgot to mention that, but it looks kind of obvious, I guess, by now.
No, not really.
Oh,
It's like
some generic background.
with a highway. Like,
Highway
in the
to
hell. Or
Alright.
Sticks in this case.
Highway to Sticks.
Be sure to update your Apple Saddlers.
Sticks, the artist, not the band. No,
Yeah.
or is it the other way? All right, guys, take care.
Adios, amigos.
Bye.